Hello, space pilot Mr. Cool Guy here. And you figured, or I figured, that, you know, since, the ship was from a planet full of diverse alien species, that they, might have been instant space travel. You know, like the warp gates that, we use on Earth 3. Well, I mean, I guess, given this is a cargo ship, using instant oh, well, must be some space dust or something flaring up the old allergies. Ain't that just the way? A sneeze can pop up anywhere, 'cause it's mastered the element of surprise. But yeah, instant travel with a cargo ship could probably affect the cargo negatively. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense why their cargo ships wouldn't have instant travel. Oh well. Anyways, in the meantime, we have 10 more random facts you may or may not know. Starting with fact number 1. Disruptive disorder. Joanna Cox once slept for 4 whole days. She suffers from idiopathic hypersomnia, an unusual disorder that causes her to sleep for up to 22 hours a day. The condition has often caused her inconveniences, such as missing flights. Dang. I can't imagine sleeping for 4 days straight. Like, you would have to be quite the heavy sleeper to sleep for 4 days straight and not be woken up by anything. I mean, they say you get a full night's sleep and you'll feel refreshed. Well, she must feel real refreshed. But man, sleeping for 4 days straight, even if you got a full night's sleep the night before, right? Like, man. Yeah. But I can imagine that would cause some inconveniences. Well, anyways, it's time to move on to fact number 2. Quick blood. A red blood cell only takes about 20 seconds to travel all the way around your body. 20 seconds. I mean, it's not a very long journey, but still, that's a fast time. Like, could you imagine if a person ran a marathon in a total of 20 seconds? Like, they'd be getting tested on by scientists in a lab. Because that would be crazy fast for a human. I mean, if it's a short marathon, then technically, I guess it's possible you could run it in 20 seconds. For like a long marathon being completed in 20 seconds, yeah, that's pretty darn fast. Or that would be pretty darn fast. Well, let's move on to fact number 3. Gold to mold. Artist Kathleen Ryan breaks the mold with Bad Fruit. She individually places thousands of sparkling gemstones, minerals, and beads to create large sculptures that look like moldy fruit. To create a 30-inch wide or 76 centimeter lemon, it can take her up to 2 months and 10,000 beads. Some of her creations are 7.5 feet or 2.3 meters wide. Dang. I guess you could say they're the fruits of her labor. uh, man, that's a good art trend. If you really think about it, that is just that is crazy to think about. Like, man, that is, man. They say when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make them look like moldy fruit. Oh, let's move on to fact number 4. Secret ingredient. A waitress at a cafe in Hokkaido, Japan was fired after being accused of mixing her own blood into the cocktail drinks she served to customers. I hmm like I why? I mean, she was accused of doing it. So the fact that they fired her means they had to have found evidence of her actually having done it. But why? Just why? I I people sometimes, man. It's just, you know. Well, we move on to fact number 5. Bat saliva. Draculin, an anticoagulant used in medicine to prevent blood clots, is found in the saliva of vampire bats. Huh. So I guess instead of those creatures sucking up your blood, their saliva is used to keep your blood healthy. Oh, oh, oh. Man, that's wild. I mean, who would have thought? Vampire bats actually keep you normal. Well, as normal as you can be. Yeah. And I know some of you know this. But we all know there's one person who thinks that if you get bit by a vampire bat, you'll be turned into a vampire. Well, that is a common misconception. For vampire bats will not turn you into a vampire when they bite you. No, you will not suddenly gain a craving for blood, or burn up in the sun. And as far as garlic goes, yes, you can be allergic to garlic. But getting bit by a vampire rat will not suddenly cause you to become allergic to garlic. And a wooden stake can kill anybody if thrust into their heart hard enough. Ah, ah, ah. Yes. Even a grain of sand can be deadly if shot fast enough. So yes, a wooden stake could kill any person. I mean, the chances are low that you'd get killed by one, but never zero. Well, anyways, it's time to move on to fact number 6. Movie magic. Dane Grant and Dana Porter, the stunt doubles for Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron on the movie Mad Max Fury Road, fell in love while making the film and later married. That is... wow. I mean, falling in love in and of itself is amazing. But that would be a wild story to tell. Like, you're telling the story of how you met and fell in love. Right? Like, so, how'd you two meet? Oh yeah, we were, both acting as stunt doubles on the major motion picture Mad Max Fury Road. Right? Like, that's gotta be the most awesomest, one of the most awesomest love stories ever. You meet your future bride while both of you are acting as stunt doubles for two famous actors on a major motion picture. Wow. That's wow. That's crazy, man. Well, let's move on to fact number 7. Bushy beard. Joel Strasser from Idaho can fit 2,470 Q-tips in his bushy beard. It took him 2 hours to put the cotton swabs in position. Dang, 2,470 Q-tips. I mean, that would really have to be quite the bushy beard. Like, man, that's like, they probably broke a world record doing that. I mean, dang, with that many Q-tips and quite the bushy beard, all you'd have to do is get a fat suit and, right costume, and you could pose as Santa Claus. The jolly old fat man. Because... well, let's move on to fact number 8. Dry diet. A kangaroo rat can go its entire life without ever needing to drink a single drop of water. The rodent, which is native to the deserts of North America, can live for up to 10 years and survives by eating seeds and beans that have high water content. The rat has extremely efficient kidneys that enable it to produce concentrated urine in small amounts, and so it only passes a few drops of pee each day. That's crazy. Going your whole life without needing to drink water? Like, we humans can't do that. We will die without water, right? I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, of course, technically, the kangaroo rat does technically get water, in a way, through seeds and beans that have high water content. So technically, yeah, it gets a form of water. It gets hydrated and fed at the same time. Man, but yeah, that would have to be quite the efficient kidney for it to be able to go pee without having any liquid, right? Because you kind of need liquid in your body to be able to go pee, right? Because without it, you're just not gonna go. Right. Well, anyways, it's time for fact number 9. Canned chomp. Rene Richter from the Czech Republic used his teeth to bite 36 water-filled aluminum drink cans in half in 1 minute. Dang. Cut in half with his teeth. He chomped them. He went and chomped it in half. Like that's impressive. That is like, wow. Those are some really strong teeth. That's, you know. And even more impressive is if somehow he did that and managed to not cut himself while doing it. Right? Because even if it was a clean chomp, there's still a chance that it could have cut him. Right? Man, that is... wow. Yeah, you wouldn't want to get bit by that guy. No siree. Well, let's move on to fact number 10. Calorie count. As well as the distance to the destination, pedestrian walking signs in Thessaloniki, Greece also show how many calories you would burn by walking there. Dang. That is... wow. That is crazy. That is quite the interesting walking sign. No, I mean, I guess in a way, besides letting you know how many calories you're gonna burn, you know, it helps keep your mind on, you know, being healthy. You know, it can help you to make sure you're getting enough calories in during the day. Right? So that way, when you're burning them calories, you don't burn them all and then pass out due to lack of calories. And I know that not everybody can get enough food in during the day due to reasons and different circumstances, but for those who can, it'd be a real good idea to make sure you get in enough food during the day. You get in enough of those calories. Now don't overeat, because that's not healthy either. To overeat, because that can cause problems in and of itself. But, make sure you get enough calories in during the day, if you can. Well, there you have it. There was 10 random facts you may or may not have known, but you know now. Are there any that you knew? If so, let me know down below. Maybe share some additional information if you have any on any of the facts listed. Who knows? You may surprise old space pilot Mr. Cool Guy. You just want to say hello? Put that down in the comments below too. And if you liked it, then leave a like. Why not subscribe while you're at it? It'll only take a couple seconds. And hit that notification bell too, so you can be extra notified as soon as another one of these drops. That's right, another one. Well. But hey, you don't want to hit that notification bell? You don't have to, but you can. And share this with others, so they have the chance to hear these 10 random facts that you just heard. Well, anyways, I'm Space Pilot Mr. Cool Guy, and as I always say when it comes to the facts, dear space cadets, to infinity and more facts. Whoosh!